Hello, dear colleagues. I'm really delighted to welcome you here today. I know it's been a hard choice because so many interesting speakers around here. So thank you twice for having chosen our room, so to say. Well, I would like to say that in fact, it wouldn't be a lecture today. Well, because I'm not going to teach you anything right now, I would like to share something which really is important for both of us because we have lived in Kitaygorodskaya method for almost 20 years already. And it is something which is really, incorporated so deeply in us that we would like to, to speak about it, to describe it, to show it, and to share it after all. Well, having said that, we have been in Kitaygorodskaya method for years. It is really so. I am a student of Galina Kitaygorodskaya, and frankly, I could speak about the method for hours. I could tell you that it was developed about 45 years ago, and ever since it hasn't lost this touch of innovation, of effective result, and of something which really inspires teachers and students all over the world. I could tell you that we have had a scientific base in the Moscow State University for 40 years as well, and that we have written hundreds of dissertations in the method, that we have conducted thousands of experiments proving almost every point, every issue, every idea of the method that we are sharing with you. I could tell you that the grounds of this method lie in the Suggestopedia system of Dr. Lazanov, which was mentioned already today while this method's overview. And although Galina Kitaygorodskaya has, I would say, deeply reviewed the system and has created her own big concept of teaching, still, those precious ideas of psychotherapy, which were in Dr. Lazanov's research, they are still in. And I think we all understand how important it is now in this frenetic time when people are really stressed out, when they are pressed, when they are covered with different fears and barriers, and when they do need something where they would feel comfortable, where they can relax and, find another selves, another paradigms in learning languages. The focus of Kitaygorodskaya method is in teaching communication. I would actually agree strongly with Dmitry Nikitin, who in the very beginning said that lots of people follow communicative approach. But when we work with teachers, and we work a lot with teachers, we usually start discussing actually what communication is and how can we teach communication. That is, the most difficult question, because we all communicate easily. Yeah, so we can, introduce to each other, we can chat a little bit, but how can we teach communication as a big psychological and social concept, so to say? And this is what our method has researched and developed the system on. How can we teach communication? When people come to our school, they usually have different problems, different demands, although they actually fall in one line. Some people say, I have been learning English for 15, 20, 30 years, guess how many, and I still cannot speak. Others say that, my barrier is with me forever. Yeah, it seems that I'm incapable of studying, so here am I, kill me. Yes, others say that, it seems to me there is no other chance to learn if not here. Yeah, because I cannot remember, I cannot repeat, I don't hear, I don't see, I don't speak. Yeah, so lots of different problems. And I would say that we can help, because the name of the method is activation of individual and group potential. And frankly, everything is in this name, because activation we all understand. Yes, so activation of potential. And here the questions come. What kind of potential, what kind of reserves and capacities are we going to activate within our students and actually teachers who also come to study in our method and to learn how to use it? Well, can you try and just, a couple of what capacities can we activate? What reserves, what potential? What's in? And silence was the answer. Yes. Okay, yes. So what we can activate, actually, we can activate all types of memory because, well, pretty often people say that I do not remember what I have just read, which is actually mechanic memory. But mechanic memory says goodbye to us after 20 years. And since then, we have to rely on some other types of memory. And yes, we do that. What types of memory do we remember? Okay, can be short-term or long-term, but that is to the longevity of memory. And just types of, can be mechanic memory, can be when we perceive by eyes. Visual memory, there can be auditory memory, there can be kinesthetic memory when we move, with some gestures, with mimics. There can be associative memory when we bring some associations. Yes, so lots of different types of memory which not only can be used, they must be used if we want to remember something when we are grown-ups. We activate all types of intellect. How many types of intellect do we have? Yeah, we all remember pretty many, not one. It's not just thinking. Yeah, it's about 8 types of intellect. Very interesting and profound topic. Not for instant discussion, but still it's about spatial intellect. It's about musical intellect. When we use music, when we use rhythm, when we use songs in order to remember something. So lots of different types of intellect are actually boosted when we start teaching in our method. There can be imagination boosting and activation because, well, friends, why imagination and creative thinking and attention and perception, all other reserved capacities are activated? Because we create a different reality for our students. How can we do that? That's the big question, because it's beautiful to say that the reality is new. Yes, but how? The English task. Every hour course, every hour program is a so-called educative theater play. Well, it's difficult to describe it, in one word. We call it like polylogue. It's a dialogue among different people who are united by one story, by one plot. And the plot is every time different. It depends on the task of the course. It depends on the audience. It depends on many factors. But it's every time very, very interesting, provocative, full of adventures, full of interesting tasks, plot, well, actually a story. It can be setting up a channel. It can be making a startup. It can be setting off for a beautiful cruise on a cruise liner. It can be searching for some lost wonders. Well, lots of different plots that we immerse our students into. They all get a role and become participants of this performance, so to say. Why do we do that? Because we also activate emotional intelligence. Yeah, scientists have long time ago proved that whatever is lived through, whatever we have this emotional approach to, can be remembered about 25–30% better. And yes, it has proved to be like that. And actually we will show it because, as I have already confessed, I can speak for hours, but we will show how we do that. And after that, we'll discuss. So when we create this story, we, of course, need certain technology, certain algorithm, how we make people believe in this reality, how we put them to live in it. And we use different means that help memorizing. Well, first of all, this is we create the context. Well, I think we all understand that if we start from some ground ideas like, okay, this is a table, London is the capital of Great Britain, beautiful, we get chunks, but where can we use them? When we have this context and everybody understands who these people are, why they have assembled, what are we going to do, we create this big plot around them and they dive into this life. So we use emotional reception of the material, which, as I have said, boosts memorizing. We use kinesthetic memory. Yes, we use a lot of gestures and whatnot. But folks, I see that you're a little bit, well, not skeptically, but well, with some, how would I actually describe your face expressions looking onto this slide? And I would like to preface it. It's not only for beauty, it's not only for information, it's not only for, making blah blah party over here. While my colleague will be showing and demonstrating how we work, try to think which of these means have been used, and we will discuss it afterwards. Yes, so just put them in the pocket and we will take them out in about 20 minutes. We will try to use your musical memory. We will try to use phrasal stress, so which allows to play with those chunks and expressions. We will ask you to repeat after our demonstrator in order to activate your voice and chorus, which will help you to remember. So we will use associations. We will use some linguistic means. So, well, have a look, folks. Looks like a long list, but let's see whether we manage or not. Okay? So, in a moment, we will invite you to, to a place which actually resembles where we are and which will allow you to, to think what we really can bring into this big chop and change world. Ready? Yes? Yeah. Thank you so much. So welcome, Natalia.
Well, can I manage without the microphone? No, not really. So I'd better use it. So I will need your support now really badly, because everything that we are going to do together, actually, right? Because as people say, tell me about it and I will forget it. Yes, show me and I might remember. But if you involve me, we do it together. So that's maybe not 100%, but chances are really high. So, and I'd like to invite you to a very special place. Actually, we are here. And, have you heard big news? Local authorities, yes, has decided to launch a brand new educational online channel here in Yaroslavl. So, and what should the contest and the focus of the channel be? And does it have any chances to take off these days? People are fed up with daunting problems, and all that stuff. But the experts from all over Russia have been invited here today to form a creative team of the channel and to come up with bright ideas, right? So, and of course we can't miss a chance to talk to each other just a little bit. And people who are sitting next, they are starting talking, I see, so which is great, and they ask each other, so do you know what the plan for today is? Shall we say it all together? Do you know? Oh no, I can hear only myself here, so can we do it together? So, do you know what the big plan for today is? Yeah, and can we say it a bit faster? Do you know what the big plan for today is? I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. I wish I knew. And some people are quite upset by this idea. Say, I wish I knew. I wish I knew. And if we ask, so maybe some people know there. And can we say together, do you know? Do you know? know what the big plan for today is? I wish I knew. But they might be expecting some ideas from us. They might be expecting some ideas from us. We are not sure. They might be. Might be. And what about your hands? Well, they might be expecting. They might be expecting some ideas from us. Some ideas. Not just any ideas, but groundbreaking ideas. Oh, no, you won't break any ground if we say like that. Can you please stand up? Yeah, can you join me, please? And let's move a little bit. Yeah, groundbreaking, инновационные, новаторские идеи. Well, so the ideas that can break the ground. Say, groundbreaking ideas. Groundbreaking ideas. Groundbreaking ideas. No, not breaking ideas. Groundbreaking ideas. That's what we're expecting. Groundbreaking ideas. They might be expecting. They might be expecting some groundbreaking ideas. So groundbreaking ideas. Groundbreaking ideas. What else can be groundbreaking? Groundbreaking news. Groundbreaking news. What else? It's a line channel, so what else? Groundbreaking reports. Groundbreaking reports. And groundbreaking progress. Groundbreaking progress. So, well, they might be expecting. They might be expecting some groundbreaking ideas. From us. Oh, it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. Just look at you, some people are quite skeptical. Say, easier said than done. Easier said than done. So look at your friends. Your partners. Easier said than done. Easier said than done. Groundbreaking ideas. Groundbreaking ideas. Do you mean to say? Do you mean to say? You want to backpedal? You want to backpedal? What can you do? You want to backpedal? You want to backpedal? Don't we look around? Who wants to backpedal here? So, do you mean to say you want to backpedal? Do you want to say you want to backpedal? I'd say a little differently. I say a little differently. A little differently. A little differently. I'd phrase it a little differently. I'd phrase it a little differently. Oh, well, I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure. An executive channel. An executive channel. An executive channel. An executive channel will get any traction these days. Will get any traction these days. Traction. Traction. We all know about traction. Get traction. Get traction. Yes, get traction these days. Get traction these days. You're quite skeptical. You see, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And the executive channel will get any traction these days. As people say, it's just got that chance to do. Yes. Easier said than done. Yes, but do you mean you want to? Come on, guys! Such a team of professionals. Such a team of professionals. If you look around and say, such a team of professionals. Such a team of professionals. Has been chosen not for nothing. Has been chosen not for nothing. Come on, you're not sure because don't believe that. Has been chosen not for nothing. Has been chosen not for nothing. Say, не просто так. Мы здесь выбрали. Such a team of professionals. Such a team of professionals. Yes, masculine compliments, right? So such a team of professionals has been chosen not for nothing. Such a team of professionals has been chosen not for nothing. And if you start and say to your colleagues, it's over here, so such a team of professionals. Such a team of professionals. Oh, wow, and we will answer? Has been chosen not for nothing. Oh, well, so you see, I think we will louder. They say it louder. If we add a little bit, we've got what it takes to succeed. 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 Yeah, well, and whenever we are in doubt, a little bit, we've got what it takes to succeed. We've got what it takes to succeed. If we come up with something offbeat,
If we come up with something upbeat.
Something upbeat.
Something upbeat.
Что-то неизбитое, да? Помните, у нас избитая дорожка, а мы сейчас все соступим. Something upbeat.
Something upbeat.
I'm moving perfectly, but if you join me, we will do it much better. Come up with something upbeat.
Come up with something upbeat.
Oh, well, if we come up with something upbeat, people will surely take to it.
People will surely take to it.
Конечно, потянутся, они ответят. So sounds like a slogan, isn't it? Doesn't it, sorry. If we come up.
If we come up
with something upbeat.
with something upbeat,
people will surely take to it.
people will surely take to it.
We've got what it takes to succeed.
We've got what it takes to succeed.
So if we come up with what?
Something upbeat.
And some groundbreaking ideas. Yeah, people will surely take to it.
People will surely take to it.
Take to it.
Take to it.
People will surely take to it.
People will surely take to it.
So, dear friends, are you ready to come up with something? Naturally, such a team of
Professionals
has been chosen. Let me say this again.
has been chosen not for nothing.
We've got
What it takes to succeed.
Oh, wow. Oh, what can spark everybody's interest?
What can spark everybody's interest?
Spark everybody's interest.
Spark everybody's interest.
What can do it?
What can do it?
What can spark everybody?
What can spark everybody?
Present day perspective.
Present day perspective.
Right? Present day perspective.
Present day perspective.
Definitely, we can't shrug the present day perspective off. Or we can't shrug the present day perspective off. Мы не можем сбрасывать со счетов. Shrug off. Shrug off. Shrug it off.
Shrug it
Shrug it off. We can shrug fears off. Shrug fears off. What else? Чуть-чуть по-безвайше проигнорируем, что еще? Shrug up.
Skepticism.
Skepticism, thank you. Shrug skepticism off. But what about present day perspective? We can't shrug the present day perspective off. But people are fed up with the daunting problems. People are fed up with the daunting problems. Daunting problems. Daunting problems. If we look around, got some daunting problems.
Daunting problems.
Do you want to hear about them? Oh, so people say we are fed up with daunting problems.
Fed up with daunting problems.
So, and what about you? So, do you want to hear about the problems? You can ask a person standing next to you. So, do you want to hear about the problems? I think you want to hear about the problems. I am fed up with the daunting problems. Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
And I opt for.
And I opt for.
I opt for unexpected blends and trends.
Unexpected blends and trends.
And I opt for unexpected blends and trends.
And I opt for unexpected blends and trends.
Blends can help in this blend. Modern trends.
Modern trends.
Yes, sorry, yes. Unexpected blends and trends.
Unexpected blends and trends.
So, to sum up, first of all, we
can't shrug the present day perspective.
No, we can't shrug the present day perspective off.
You can't shrug the present day perspective off.
Number one. And we are
Fed up with the daunting problems.
We opt for unexpected unexpected blends and trends.
Unexpected blends and trends.
And when we are going to travel around our big country and maybe abroad, we will try to promote our channel, right? And we might even want to sing. Channel, yeah. So in this way here, just to remember, online channel, online channel. So I see, it's like musicians. They just wander around the world and sing. We can't shrug the present day perspective off.
We can't shrug the present day perspective off.
We can shrug the present day perspective off.
We can shrug the present day perspective off.
We can shrug the so we can shrug the present. Yes. Well, I know this one, so you'll help me. And we are fed up with the daunting problems.
We are fed up with the daunting problems.
We'll start from the very beginning, and I really don't support it. I'm not very good. Yeah, so we can shrug the present day
Perspective off.
We can shrug the present
day perspective off.
We are fed up with the daunting problems, and we opt for unexpected plans and trends.
And we opt for unexpected plans and trends.
Yeah, thank you very much. Unexpected plans and trends.
Unexpected plans and trends.
So we try to sing it all together. Yes? Oh, well. We can shrug the present day
Perspectives off.
We can
Shrug the present day perspectives off.
We are fed up with the daunting problems, and we opt for unexpected plans and trends.
And we opt for unexpected plans and trends.
And that's what we know our favorite. Yeah, so well, what should we keep in mind? First, we can't shrug the present day perspective off. Shrug the present day perspective off. Yes, and we should come up with something unexpected trends and yes, come up with something and people will push the potential. People will take the lead. After all, dear friends, we've got what it takes to succeed. Oh, well, we stay for a while. Well, so we have talked about, well, the channel, the ideas, and how do you see yourself on the channel? That's a big question, yes. So, how do you see yourself?
How do you see yourself
on the new channel?
on the new channel?
Well, frankly, I want to take over as author and anchor of my own show. Frankly, I'd like to take over.
I'd like to take over.
Я хотела бы себя попробовать, да? Я хотела бы take over as author.
Take over as author.
Take over as author and anchor.
Take over as author and anchor.
Anchor, who's the anchor? Ведущий. Yeah, thank you very much. И автор, и ведущий, и то, и другое. И остальные, почему бы нам не попробовать, right? So, I'd like to take over as author and anchor.
I'd like to take over as author and anchor.
Of my own show.
Of my own show.
Sounds good. Yes, it means that you come up with something of this, right? So, and what about you? And what about you? Here's when people ask each other, oh, well, I have always wanted. Some people contract their skepticism and pessimism off. Sometimes they say, I've always wanted. To try my hand. At presenting. I've always wanted to try my hand at presenting.
I've always wanted to try my hand at presenting.
Yeah, I'm going to share something that we always complain, life is not easy. I have always wanted to try my hand at presenting.
I have always wanted to try my hand at presenting.
But I've always doubted myself. Yes, I've always doubted myself. And when we hear it from our friends, what can we say? Cheer up. Yes, it's not the only thing.
You've got what it takes.
Well, you've got what it takes to succeed. And what else? definitely you will come up with something of bit, yes, and some groundbreaking ideas, I would say. Groundbreaking ideas.
Groundbreaking ideas.
Yes, and and you can say you are such a professional, right? You are
Such a professional.
So be general to your colleagues. Here you can say to each other, you are such a professional.
You are such a professional.
Here, so well, people will surely take to it.
People will surely take to it.
No doubt about it. Yes, and no doubt about it. And can you please ask a person sitting next to you, well, have you wanted to try your hand at something, but always doubted yourself? Yes, so what have you wanted to try your hand at? What are the most popular activities that we have always wanted to try our hand at, but doubted ourselves? So what are the ideas? What are they? And teaching English. So do you mean to say I've always wanted? And teaching English, but doubted yourself. What will you say? Come on. Yes, you become a teacher because that was very teaching. Not for nothing. Not for nothing. You've got what it takes to succeed. Yeah, so any other ideas? Sorry?
You're such a professional.
Yeah, thank you very much. You're very supportive. So, only teaching English. Oh, yeah. So, I know this one lady told me that she has always wanted to try her hand at drawing and painting. Yes, and dancing. So, whatever you like, whatever you want to try your hand at or take over. Yes, as author, as anchor. Well, on our channel, I believe everybody will be able to wake up to new opportunities.
We'll be able to wake up to new opportunities.
Yeah. It will say new opportunities.
New opportunities.
For some here, there, or there. New opportunities.
New opportunities.
Let's see. We need
Wake up.
wake up. Yes, wake up to new opportunities.
Wake up to new opportunities.
So well, and we are absolutely sure, yes, that we all have got
Want to
succeed. Yes. Well, and definitely in my classroom, I would ask students to find out. Yes. What do you believe can spark everybody's interest? Huh? What can spark everybody's interest?
New ideas.
New ideas. What kind of new ideas? Just there are so many new ideas. Groundbreaking ideas. Yes, and present day perspective, definitely, and something of it, unexpected plans and trends. Well, absolutely. So, dear friends, wake up to new opportunities. Thank you very much.
Board of a new educative channel, which is going to be launched right here. How do you feel? What have we used when we tried to actually appeal to you? There was one difficulty, which I think we all realize: you are teachers. And of course, we couldn't have missed it. And of course, we took it into consideration. And the plot that we have created was especially for you, yeah, for people who are professional. Yeah, so we couldn't make it something really simple if we were trying to make it in English. We couldn't make you get acquainted or saying what country you're from. So what we usually do with people on the beginner or elementary level. Yeah, so there it all goes, from A to Z, but everything is on the basis of the phrase. Yeah, so this big chunk, linguistic chunk, not just a word. And over here, although you're professional, although you're a C1, C2, whatever, still we try to make it on the level of the phrase for you to repeat. Here we have just demonstrated a small part of it. It's just the very, very beginning. Our one class lasts 4 or 5 hours. This is the time that has been proved to be the most effective in terms of activating your memory, activating your capacity, because our brain, our ear needs time, to start working. Yeah, so it should really boost. But yeah, so here we have just about 20 minutes to demonstrate it. And after that, we would have started practicing it, started making you work in pairs, in threes, in fours, in different teams, changing partners, putting you into different situations where you would have practiced all those expressions and phrases and those chunks. However, going back to my question, so what have we used? What have you noticed? Everything. So can you just little examples? What got stuck in the memory? Yeah. So gestures. Which gestures do you remember now, by the way? Uh, take over, or remember, fed up, yeah, groundbreaking, daunting, yeah, exactly, daunting. Yeah, everybody always remembers daunting, absolutely. Yeah, so what about musical memory? What have we done? The melody. Yes, for the first time, you remember there was a melody, you remember you were singing. If you make it several times, you will remember the whole stuff, yeah? So what about phrasal stress was there? Yeah, so we're changing it from one to another. What about associations were there? Which do you remember? Oh, yeah, daunting. Or maybe indirect association still there was. Yeah, so it all goes on like a snowball. Yes, it's a big story which was cut short. However, of course, being realistic, we understand that not everybody needs such stories. I would say hardly everybody needs to create such big plots for their students, because yes, we can afford putting people into such an environment where they can spend 4 hours studying this story, playing it with us. But when a teacher is limited by 45 minutes of a lesson, so how can we do that? Still, important to say that it is possible. And all those years that our center has been functioning, we were organizing teacher training courses where we try to show how the principles of the method can be transferred to school reality, to the reality of educational system, where you have books not specially written with any plots, where you have not so much time to demonstrate, where you work with children or teenagers. Yeah, so all these principles are absolutely perfectly applicable to different realities, to different levels of education, and to different audience. So the programs that we they always try to show that there are two perspectives which are crucial. When we started thinking what to demonstrate to you, we had very specific task. Yeah, so we wanted to show you how to work on the level of the phrase. We wanted you to remember certain expressions. We wanted you to understand how it works. We have chosen certain grammatical constructions. While you were playing, what was your motivation? What was your interest? Understand, yeah, so you were actually in the plot, yeah, so you were trying to think how to create the channel, yes, so to get into this situation. And the longer we would have been playing, the more you would have immersed into this idea. And our students and our teachers who pass this course in Kitaygorodskaya School, they, by the end, come up with a real channel, which we launch on YouTube, you can check. And they start shooting programs for this educative channel, if it is educative. Not everybody comes up with the groundbreaking idea that it will get any traction. Sometimes it's a cross-cultural, sometimes it's traveling, whatever. Yeah, so it all gets down to practice. So we always keep in mind that there are two perspectives. Teachers, his or her task, what we need from our students. Because the idea that they need the language, it's our idea, not always our students. They want to play, they want to participate, they want to immerse into, yeah, they want to live in the language. This is what we can do for them. So going on a little bit, what is really important with everybody who work in this suggestive approach, and our colleague Valeria before us showed it perfectly. Yes, a person can relax, a person can acquire new material only when he or she feels relaxed and acceptive and trusting atmosphere around. Yes, all our blocks which have been ingrained in our memory since early childhood, since school, when we understand that making a mistake is actually a big, big disaster. Oh God, yeah, I sound not like I do sound in Russian. Yeah, so this can be eliminated only if a teacher and a student communicate on an equal ground. Yes, so we are partners, we share with each other. So this atmosphere, when the situations and tasks are life-based, yeah, not just somehow invented out of the blue, when they're interesting, when they're personally meaningful, yeah, so you are the creative board which needs to come up with a groundbreaking idea. When it's something problematic, it's not easy if I ask you, okay, what channel shall we create? You will say, what? Yeah, so you need to think it over, you need to practice, you need to, well, to live with it. So all this, I would say, united by a playful approach, by some positive emotions when you smile, when you communicate with each other, when you understand that nobody would punish for any mistake. Yes, so you're learning, and that is something to say thank you for. Only this can lead to activation of our potential. And then the learning outcomes and results, they prove to be really, well, yes, they prove to show that only sky is the limit and everybody can wake up to new opportunities. You know, normally I would have started with it, but here I would like to come to a closing issue. You know, thank you. You know, the method, Kitaygorodskaya method, actually resembles and shows the so-called natural model of language acquisition. And not only language, any subject acquisition. I would say any cognition process. Yeah, so usually we take the reality globally. Yeah, when we come into the forest, we see that this is a forest, it's something green, it's something big, it's something fresh, it's something powerful. Then you start looking into and you see that, well, there are different plants, there are different mushrooms, berries, whatnot, this is flower, this is fir tree, this is what? You understand, you know, what it comes to, then you see some little things and you understand that the forest is really so full of different small parts. But then you can't live with the idea that it is small. You go back and you see that the forest is still big, but it becomes more meaningful to you. People acquire language or any other subject the same way. Yes, so if they live in our reality, physics or chemistry or whatever science is around us. Yes, it's not something abstract. Yes, so we sit, and that is already physics. Yeah, so then we understand why we sit. Yeah, because there is the gravitation and whatnot. And then we go with this knowledge back into science. The language is the same. When we start from grammar rules, we actually begin from the second phase, when people start deeping into the subject. First, it's speech. Yeah, so we live in this flow of speech. Children do the same. First, they can say quite a lot before they understand that this is subject, this is predicate, this is present simple, this is past perfect, whatever. They can speak their native language or foreign if they are in the environment. Then they analyze how it goes, and then with the new level of understanding the linguistic system, we go back into the speech. So this is the approach, the global approach, which is ingrained in every program that we do. Yeah, so there is this prologue, the story, theater, play, which we introduce, play out, then we analyze how it is constructed, what we do, how the language works here, and then we practice, practice, and practice. The same principles, the same approach work on every material, every textbook that can be used, provided a teacher wants to create. Yeah, because you have sometimes to review when we present what material, how we work on this or that topic, how we organize the chain of exercises, what we want to achieve. Yeah, we always should know the result actually before we start. So a lot of interesting and really crucial things that we do during our training courses, which, the most important thing here, are built the same way as any course in Kitaygorodskaya School. Yeah, because as we know, the thing that we remember best and that we can use are shaped in the same environment, in the same reality. So we make our teacher students dive into sometimes the foreign language, sometimes in the global approach of the method. Then we analyze how it works, what we can do in your reality with your textbooks, with your audience. Then we create, and we create a lot. We create scenarios, so to say. Then we demonstrate them and get the feedback, this acceptive, interesting, really worthy feedback from experts and colleagues, which is important. And it goes in cycles. So if we take, for instance, a 2-week training course, so there are 2 cycles, the first demonstration and the second demonstration of the scenarios. And by the end, it's sometimes people really cry because they understand that it can be a little bit different. Just feeling yourself in the profession can be a little bit more, rewarding, more profound, when the stress actually goes out both from teacher and students, when you understand that you are creators who can, play with the reality, create the new reality and live in it. And, by the end, we would like to make a little present to you. I will make a presetting. This is something that you haven't expected, but that you will never forget. So this is something to activate and to use, hopefully not abuse, the musical intellect of yours. According to long-term research, when people are in relaxed state, in relaxed condition, when they hear the music, and very specific music, it's not just any. Have you ever listened to Baroque music? Yeah, so it is notable actually for the fact that the rhythm of the Baroque music repeats the beats of the heart. And when people actually are in it, their cognition is activated too. So what we would ask you to do, really? Yeah, so what we would ask you to do right now, to lean back a little bit. Yeah, so think that, yes, you are those people who create new reality for your students. You are people who make them actually sour after they communicate with you in their new future. Yes, so you're the people who can really change a lot in the perception. And you are the people who can set up an educative channel quite soon, and maybe people will take to it. So would you please just close your eyes, relax, and listen and enjoy.
So, and probably by the end of this day, sitting quietly and thinking about everything that has happened? Well, you will remember about these moments when you were expert and you took part in creating a new online channel. And I like to remind you what happened to us today, what we talked today about. Do you know by any chance what the big plan for today is? I wish I knew it. They might be expecting some groundbreaking ideas from us. Oh well, it's easier said than done. Do you mean to say you want to backpedal? I'd phrase it a little differently. I'm not sure an educative channel would get any traction these days. Don't be so skeptical. Such a team of professionals has been chosen not for nothing. We've got what it takes to succeed. Exactly. If we come up with something offbeat, people will surely take to it. So, what will spark everybody's interest? Present-day perspective. We can't shrug the present-day perspective off. But people are fed up with the daunting problems. Exactly. That's why I opt for unexpected blends and trends. And how do you see yourself on our new channel? I want to take over as author and anchor of my own show. And what about you? All my life, I wanted to try my hand at presenting, but I've always doubted myself. I hope on our channel, everyone will be able to wake up to new opportunities. And only the sky is the limit. And now, dear friends, if you slowly open your eyes, come back to reality. If you feel like stretching your arms, legs, backs, so you can do it happily. Thank you very much for your attention. Welcome to Kitaygorodskaya School.